So, math.
Math.
What do you think about math? What's your thoughts on math?
I know enough, like in terms of, I know when I'm doing my bills, I can add, subtract, do like money stuff.
Yeah.
But outside of that, no. We don't need.
Can you do the?
We don't need A, B's, X's, Y's. That's stupid. Let's stop doing
What
that.
about for your woodsmanship skills, building?
Just
Whatnot?
eye it. I everything. Come over to my house. Everything is eyed.
Can y'all do that Higginbop? Is that what that's called?
Is that Hanson? Oh, that's Mbop.
That's Higginbop. It was like a thing. Like you did math, but you tapped your fingers. Like it. And it was maybe it was just when I was young, so y'all would not remember this.
But even when I leave a tip or something, I always count on my fingers.
Okay, but this.
But I feel like
it was like this was a calculator, but there's no calculator. It's just like
You're just tapping your
a
fingers.
desk, and like people do it and they do it real fast.
Have you heard that? Calculator, dude.
I guess that
Calculator.
I've never heard that.
Sorry. Parks and Rec.
Is that from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
No, that's from Parks and Rec. One of the best shows ever.
All right, I think we're ready to begin.
I think we've been on.
Are we on? Are we on?
They've been catching
Are we
our
on?
pregame conversation.
Anyway, welcome, Ram fans. Kevin Brooks, along with the Minister of Culture, Manny Campos, and Ram outfielder Thomas Kane. Welcome back, Thomas.
Hello.
You've been a
Good to be
guest
back.
before.
Yes.
So, man, a lot to recap.
Yeah.
Because we've been on hiatus.
Well, and Thomas was going to be a guest until Snowmageddon and
Yes.
Poison Water and everything.
Ice Age.
So Ice Age. I mean, so
Yes.
I hear there are reports of it raining fire. So I'm hoping that we. I don't know if that's going to happen today, but it's in the forecast.
That would, oh my goodness, that would be unfortunate. Anyway, but we've been on hiatus 2 weeks.
Yeah.
When we last gathered together, we were preparing to head to the piney woods of East Texas,
Tyler,
and open up our season against University of Texas Tyler. It went okay. It did not go as well as we had hoped. We totally dominated the series, and unfortunately dropped one game, but we won 2 out of 3, and Tyler was ranked 10th in the country. I think we opened up 10-1 game 1, dropped a close one 2-1 on Saturday in frigid conditions.
it's like Meatloaf said, though. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
That Actually, Meatloaf did sing that.
Meatloaf
What a great
did.
song.
Yeah, absolutely.
What a great album.
Did you know that song?
No.
Oh, my
I have no idea
goodness.
what
You need to jam out to some
sorry.
Meatloaf.
Meatloaf.
Mom, Meatloaf.
Meatloaf is very good at taking like common phrases like objects in the rearview mirror may be closer than they appear.
Ooh, is that a lyric that Meatloaf uses?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
That's a song.
Hot. What was it?
He like Aquafina, pure water, perfect taste. He probably could make a great
Contents
song out
in
of this.
oven may be hot. I
Yeah.
love that song. That's a great song.
I mean, he's a musical genius. So anyway,
True that.
big Meatloaf fan. Meatloaf really is.
I love that and the
he's the
dish.
Lady Gaga
Oh.
of the 70s.
That's a bizarre. I mean, although I understand what you're trying to say.
You know what I'm saying? Because he was
very
musicals
theatrical.
and he's very theatrical.
And he would do anything for love, but he just won't do that.
Yes,
So
Did you dress up like Lady Gaga? No.
he was
he did in Rocky Horror Picture Show. Yes,
just a great. I loved Rocky Horror, and that was a good time.
they don't do that anymore.
the
at the
soundtrack.
theaters at midnight on Fridays. That used to be a big thing.
I think it's during the Halloween season, isn't it? Or
Do
is
they do it?
Is it every Friday midnight?
When I was little, I remember it was probably maybe a monthly occurrence. At
Rocky
a theater.
Horror at Foster Field
in
Friday
Waco.
nights. Let's do it. Midnights, Foster Field drive-in theater.
Okay, maybe so. That's a good idea.
That'd be cool.
Rocky Horror Picture Show every Friday at Foster Field.
Put on the batter's eye, a big projector.
Yeah.
A big projector screen on the batter's eye.
With the batter's eye is blue.
But projector screen on the batter's eye.
Oh, okay.
See what I'm saying?
So
Okay, I feel
I don't
you.
know if I've been caged for too long,
Yes.
but I saw a drone flying outside of my house, and it's
You feel like it's like
I
blacklist
felt like, I
stuff?
felt like jumping on top of my car and taking it out.
That's what I do Google Maps now.
And I don't. It terrifies me. I hate that it terrifies me, but I think I've just been cooped up for too long.
Wow.
But I just driving down the road and I just look up and there's a drone hovering around. I felt like George Jetson,
Yeah.
but with a little bit of Dan Connor.
Maybe it was delivering packages.
No, it wasn't
And
that
or
kind
food.
of drone.
I believe they've started doing that.
It was during the snow, so it could have been our friends at the media. Do the media folks have drones? We're talking to our producers off set. Producers. It's 30 of them. It takes about 30 producers to
fans.
do to what we do. Our fans are still here. They're masked up, but they're here, even in the midst of a global pandemic and snow and ice and fire. Our fans are loyal.
Yes, amen.
They're there.
So
It's like Shea Stadium.
back to
Yeah, sorry.
the.
I had 3 cups of coffee this morning.
You look a little wired today. Anyway, took 2 out of 3. Like I said, we
Yeah.
won the game Sunday. I think 15-1. So I think we outscored them 25-4, something like that during the series. So anyway, Thomas, from players' perspective, what are the feelings coming out of the Tyler series?
I mean, it felt pretty good. I thought our offense was cooking on all cylinders. It would have been nice to start off a little earlier, get some runs early, but we ended up putting a lot of runs up on the board, except for on Saturday in the frigid temperatures. I thought our pitchers did really well on the weekend.
Yeah, they
Our
were
pitchers
awesome.
Threw so well on the weekend.
Yes,
And that was my feelings.
good.
I thought we did everything well. We played defense so well.
Yes, we did. We have played defense very well all year. It's
yeah.
been good. You had 2 great catches, a couple broken ribs or
Yeah.
cracked ribs
Yeah,
or bruised ribs.
The fence is
I don't think they were
dented.
actually broken.
Yeah, pretty sure I dented that fence. Actually, I did dent the fence. So I looked back. Yeah, it felt like a fender bender. You get rear-ended.
Yeah.
One of those. Yeah, back 40 miles an hour. Yeah, that's what it felt like.
But
That's what it felt like.
those were 2 great catches, and we had many that weekend. Then, so we're excited. We're coming back home to face I don't even know what their mascot is.
Who?
Eufus, Arkansas Fort
Arkansas
Smith.
Fort Smith. Yeah, I don't.
But and then unfortunately the weather hits, and so that series was canceled. And so we're getting ready to head to Oklahoma and play Oklahoma Christian. Unfortunately, generally weather here does not come and stay for a long period of time, and this was an anomaly.
Well, the groundhog told us.
Yes, Punxsutawney Phil did say
Punxsutawney.
6 more weeks, and he's been right on so far with his prediction. But so we were scheduled to go to Edmond, Oklahoma, play a 3-game series there. That was not going to happen. I think they got 12 inches and then got another 6 on top of that, like the Wednesday before we go. So we were going to switch. We were going to be good here. Our players spent countless hours clearing the snow from our field, and actually we were in pretty good shape by Friday here in San Angelo. So after we'd been out there Thursday and sort of getting ready to go for Friday, we get a phone call from Oklahoma Christian about 4:45 stating that a couple of their good players had tested positive for COVID, so they weren't going to be able to make it now. So anyway, so we scrambled, found Wayland Baptist, and we're able to get them to come down, and we just finished a 3-game set with those guys, which, Wayland Baptist is a ranked team from the NAIA. Got a lot of good players, have the Golden Spikes nominee on their team for the NAIA, and the Golden Spikes is for the Collegiate Player of the Year.
Yeah.
And or actually amateur baseball. It could be high school, junior college, whatever. But anyway, and we were able to win all 3 of those games pretty soundly, I would say, and did a lot of good things. And then
that's debatable. I think.
one more game today, 3 o'clock.
Who is it?
At the FAFCAS. McMurray, led by John Byington.
What's their
Aggie legend.
mascot? McMurray.
McMurray is the Warhawks. They used to be
Warhawks.
the Indians, but they had to change it.
Is
they are
a
now the
warhawk
Warhawks.
an actual? Is that an actual bird?
It is a fierce bird.
Is it just? I mean, couldn't it just be a hawk? So are the wall hawks the wall warhawks?
No, they're just the hawks.
So hawks and warhawks are different animals.
Yeah, I think a warhawk maybe has like a spear in its talons,
Wow.
or maybe some arrows.
So also has sharp talons.
They do have sharp talons. That's all about it. So they used to be the Indians,
Right.
but they had to change that. Although it's so weird, I was watching yesterday. Catawba is a very good Division II school. It's in North Carolina, and they are the Indians. Mm-hmm. So I don't know why they're allowed, but
And the
it
Cleveland,
What time's
depends.
the game today?
Some
Is it
of you are
3?
allowed, some are not.
Is it at 3?
The game is at 3.
Cleveland Indians.
What's that?
You have the Cleveland Indians.
We were changing their name.
Yeah, and then the Texas Rangers apparently are.
No, that's
they talked
false.
about name.
We're getting political today. The game's at 3, right?
The game is at 3.
So yeah, and then is it free of charge? What's the admission?
Free today, I believe, because right now we don't have water at the field due to some obviously plumbing issues, which everyone's having around town. I did get an email this morning saying looks like by Friday everything should be back and going, I believe. Yeah, it's, I mean, not a perfect
You can bring your
situation. We're all
concessions.
having to adjust.
Bring
your own concessions.
Alcohol
and
prohibited.
then we do have a bathroom. Just you got to walk a little further than you normally would.
Quarter of a mile or so.
It's not that far. Anyway.
But after the snow, we can walk a quarter of a mile.
Anyway,
but
back
I think
in
it's
rules.
fine.
But still a very pleasurable fan experience.
70 degrees, I think, maybe. It'd be nice.
Yeah, it's going to be a great day.
A little
so
windy, but
come on out, and then we've got this weekend, which is huge. So St. Mary's just coming off a 3-game sweep of Lubbock Christian. I believe they'll be really, if they're not, we played so few of games right now, the math part, but they've actually played all their games, so they're 9-2 coming into the weekend. So definitely a time for us to make up some ground where we're at, even though we've lost one game all year. But
yeah,
we got to make up some ground here early. So hopefully great crowds. We'll play at 6 on Friday, doubleheader. Saturday at 1. So basically we'll be out there all day. Come make a day of it, or come in, drop by when you have some time.
So remind me, is it Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or is it Friday?
Just Friday, Saturday.
Doubleheader
St.
Saturday.
Mary's refused to play over 3 days. So
week.
We'll have a long day on Saturday. So
Anyway, we'll still do good.
Anyway, so that's where we're at. Also, big ASU baseball news. A historic day. Yesterday.
Huge.
For Josh Elvire, broke the home run record for Angelo State, set by, ironically, his landlord, I believe. I don't know this for sure.
His
I
landlord.
think
But
that's actually true.
I think that's right. I think Keith
Keith
Town owned that.
Call the
and
media. Well, they're here.
Keith has many.
Broken by the tenant.
Yeah.
That's like a
So his
NBC
rent
sitcom.
might have gone up about
$400
or $500. I don't know.
This could be huge. The front page news.
Yes. So anyway, that's sort of a cool deal, though.
Very cool.
That's who I'm pretty sure Josh rents his house.
Lots of ASU bigwigs tuning in to watch us. Lots of Clayton Bowling is there. Javier Flores. I mean, lots of ASU bigwigs are.
Well, that's
tuning
good.
in.
That's good.
So we've got our fan base is growing. It's funny though because you can do a thumbs up or a thumbs down. We're getting some thumbs downs.
Oh no.
I think Javier might have hit the wrong button. We're good. Oh, Keytown. Keytown, he just commented. He said rent is going up. He said rent did go up. So there you go. I mean, it's good to break records.
Well,
but
and again, I'll tell you, this is the cool thing. I didn't know Keith was tuning in, but he texted last night and was just like, "Man, that's awesome for Josh. Tell him congrats." And then I gave him his number. He may have it already, but I know just. Like I say, I mean, if you have a record, you don't want you does not want
you don't want anybody to beat it, right?
And so,
that was pretty classy.
Again, shows a lot of and that's one thing. Our ex players, everybody are still always on board, and they want whoever's there to do good and represent the school and represent the baseball program well. So
yeah, no, that's awesome.
So,
what year was Keith here?
Keith last year would have been I think 2010. I hope I'm right, because in 9 is when he broke the Lone Star Conference home run record individual season. I believe he had 27, and it was just a unbelievable year.
Yeah.
It was magical, but you couldn't get that guy out, and he hit every ball over the fence. So, but what a great player for us, and what a great dude too. So
yeah.
Actually, Keith, a little known fact, plays the cello.
He's a cellist.
He is a cellist. A lot of people don't know that. You wouldn't think this big old guy.
Where is he?
Can
Can he make a guest appearance on One Talk?
he comes into town.
I don't know you, but come visit us.
Once or twice a year
Yeah.
to make sure his properties are in good shape and whatnot. But
Make sure they're paying their rent on time.
anyway, yeah, make sure, sometimes he's probably got to break a few legs. Is that a saying or no? That's probably not an appropriate saying.
I think he leaves.
What would like?
I think he left a dead fish on the front porch. I think that means something like pay up.
Yes. You'll be sleeping with the fishes.
Or a horse's head.
Like
right?
Luca Brazzo from The Godfather.
Yes.
Where is he sleeping with the fishes?
You're gonna say Luka Doncic.
Also,
What is his name?
No, I thought you were gonna say Luka Doncic.
I don't know who is
that a
Luca
basketball
Doncic.
Luka Doncic?
Yeah, who's that?
He's the point guard for the Mavs.
Oh, he's that guy.
Yeah.
big
I know
Mavs
who
guy.
he is.
Thomas is a big Mavs guy.
You're a big Mavs guy?
Dallas Mavs.
I used to be a Mavs guy.
Used to be. Why? What happened?
Well, I moved to San Antonio.
Oh.
And so I became a Spurs guy because Spurs worked out, and I got to be
that's
friends
bandwagon. Okay.
with some of their players.
You're calling?
No, I was not a bandwagon.
Wow,
That's
that is
when they
such
were
a
good.
cheap
That's
shot.
when they were good.
No, that was when Rodman was there.
Oh, that's
Rodman
the
was good.
heyday.
Oh wait, that was okay. Never mind.
Rodman was
Okay,
there.
never mind.
After
Okay,
that, they
never mind. You're
became
not
real
bandwagon.
good. I mean, they were
Take it back.
okay.
Yeah,
but
they weren't.
they
Tim
weren't
Duncan
great.
Spurs and
Duncan wasn't there yet.
Yeah,
And then
I
was friends. I actually, when I saw Seinfeld, I sat right next to Tim Duncan at the
Duncan. Yeah.
Majestic Theater in
Nice.
San
You know
Antonio.
who Sean Bradley is?
Sean Bradley, the big 7'10" dude.
My dad sat
BYU
next to him
guy.
on a plane. Talked about basketball with him.
Did he?
Yeah, super cool. I mean, I imagine he has to sit like.
He
first class.
he is in Space Jam. Sean Bradley.
Sean Bradley.
Did y'all know that?
I did not.
See, a lot of people don't remember
I was too young.
Sean Bradley's
when-
in Space Jam.
Wow.
I
which is
believe.
kind of a cheap shot. To
Or
say
maybe
too,
it's like Mike. Be like Mike. But he's in a basketball movie
Probably.
because he's really tall.
yeah.
So he fits a character.
I'd like to be in a movie because I'm really short. I mean, is that a thing? I don't know. Also, like when we were in Tyler, I'm pretty sure it was the Tyler game or my weak shirt. Is that when you hit the wall?
Twice.
Tyler.
Was it Tyler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
No, it was Tyler, I think, right?
Yeah, it was Tyler. He was talking about that.
So, yeah, in the stands where we were sitting, although we could see you at a distance, we heard it more than anything.
Yeah.
So there's no padding on that, right?
oh,
No, they have
padding.
cheap wall.
But it reminded me of like Looney Tunes, when like someone runs into a wall that leaves an imprint of someone.
It did leave an imprint.
So
Yep.
really, I mean, it wasn't funny. We were obviously, but you bounced right back up, and you
Well,
didn't
see,
hesitate. But
and that's
I
a
was like,
fun thing. See, that's a baseball thing. So, for example, had we been at home, hopefully our players would have gone and taped like a character
that'd be
the
great.
imprint,
Yep.
and then that's there when you arrive for BP the next day.
I think that's good.
And I think I don't know if that's happening in your tenure. I know it's
It
happening
has
here
for Josh.
Yeah, last
He
year.
face planted against the wall with both hands up.
Yes,
It was
yes.
Finky- I think Finky taped it.
Yes, so that was
Yeah.
2 years
Now, does
ago.
that happen because you have to stay kind of locked in with the ball? You remember, I'm a non-athlete, so you got to explain this stuff to me. So you're locked in, and you know there's a wall coming.
Yeah, I mean, when
you
you're
have
on
to
a
make the
baseball field,
catch.
you have to know where the wall is, and you kind of have a good eye for where the wall is.
That's Jordan Williams' dad, by the way.
Yes, he's out. Another big fan.
Another big fan. All the way from Round Rock, Texas? No, Georgetown, Texas.
No, Round Rock.
Rock.
Round
Don't say
Rock.
Georgetown.
My bad. Sorry.
So whenever you're going towards the wall, you also have teammates that are communicating with you, telling you, here how close you are to the wall, and you're trusting them, but you're not trusting them, but you're trusting them, but you're not trusting them,
Right.
type of thing.
That's
That sounds-
exactly
so-
right.
That sounds really familiar. I don't know where that comes from.
So
You trust him,
I'm
but you don't
trusting
trust
my
him.
center fielder, Jackson Hardy, to communicate with me where the wall is. Did a great job, and
But then you hit the
leap
wall.
up, and I mean, yeah,
You're going to hit it.
Well, and I'm trying to remember, did they have a warning track?
No,
It's just
zero
straight
warning track.
grass.
Straight grass.
So I'll let you explain the warning track and how you use that.
Okay, so the warning track is just a different type of material usually than the rest of the playing surface.
You
So
can feel it.
on our field, it's all turf, but you have the warning track, which is it's a harder.
It has
more
no
sandy-
rubber beads.
No rubber
it has
beads.
just sand.
It's
So
sandy.
there's a definite. It's a little
It's a
more
crunch.
spongy on the green. When you go to the brown, it's
crunchy.
Yeah, it's
And so
crunchy.
you can feel that. Well, when you don't have a warning track, you don't know how close you are to the wall, and you're running. And usually on fields, it'll be like a grass surface, and then they'll have a dirt warning track around it.
Right.
Or sometimes it's a gravel warning track. I've played on that.
Yes.
And you'll know when you're hitting that warning track, and you'll know how close you are to the wall, and you can time that by how many steps you're taking, or it just depends on.
Did you say that no
the
two
surface.
fields are the same?
oh, absolutely.
That's
For
one of
sure.
the things that I seem to pick up as a spectator is every field we ever go to is there's something a little unique or different or
Well, and where we go, and actually, I think you ran into it. Where we go next weekend, we go to Lubbock, and Lubbock has center block wall, no pads.
You ran into that too?
And that one, I mean, that's the one week because we're pretty good about like, okay, you know, if you've seen The Natural, unfortunately, Bump Bailey, rest in peace, he dies when he goes through a wall chasing a ball. So that's fictitious. It's not real.
It didn't really happen. Okay.
So that's the one thing we always.
Like, I can't laugh, but I want to laugh.
Well, I know, but I'm like, okay, you're not gonna die, you know, going through it, and like at our field, it's padded, it's great. So you're gonna be a little sore. You can run it. Yeah, you can run full speed. You're going to be good. Don't have fear.
But being an outfielder, that just comes with the territory.
At Lubbock Christian, you've got to have a little bit of fear because we don't want to hit a brick wall.
Yeah,
like
that's first. Yeah.
And anyway, so it makes it much more difficult because that fear factor comes in a little bit.
Do padding.
Yeah, just like
football, or like football. You know.
Well, I'll be on. I mean, I don't understand how, you know. That's not like required, especially when you have a brick wall.
Some like a minimum standard of field.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe someday.
So
and then so Tyler just had that real thin metal stuff, which still, I mean, it hurts. Like you run into the wall. Like when we're training and teaching, first thing we do is we run into the wall full speed. Like you're looking at it, but just to show you. Okay, if this happened,
this is what it feels like.
This is what it's going to feel like.
Yourself.
You're going to be okay. Yeah. You know, top deal. We don't do that with brick walls.
Yeah, that's not.
If you can catch a wall, you can.
Yes. You can dodge a wrench.
Dodge a wrench.
You can catch
Dodgeball. That was a great movie.
No, that was outstanding.
Very good movie.
So anyway, but yeah, that was. I thought you explained that very well too on all the stuff we do. But we work on that a lot, and you know, it's if you're good. You don't need to look at the wall because you know where you're at.
You just trust.
Yeah.
You trust yourself.
Well, that's what Elias, right? That was UTPB.
UTPB. He bumped Bailey'd it and went through the wall.
Had a toothpick in his mouth, by the way, when he hit the wall.
Yeah.
And the toothpick, I think, went through his lip.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why you don't play with a toothpick.
Don't play with a toothpick. I would think of Razor Ramon. Remember Razor Ramon?
Yes, I do. And
Wrestler?
I think of UL Washington.
Oh,
he was
yes.
You don't know who that is.
Rangers guy.
He's second baseman for the Royals.
Not even who I'm thinking of. Sorry. Yes, I know who he is. I went to college with him. Yeah, we go way back
in the '70s. But
this was years ago.
Anyway, but yes, UL Washington, and anyway, but yeah, and thank God on that, Mike Arcidi, who is a pediatric nurse at Shannon Hospital and doing a great job. What's up, Mike? Luckily, he was playing right field and was able to immediately administer some good care. So, and yeah, because there's a little anyway. But Elias ended up being good and great effort.
So don't do that. So, Thomas, today with McMurray or this weekend with St. Mary's, right? St. Mary's. Don't do that. No toothpicks.
Don't dodge the wall.
You know, but we have a good padded wall, so we should be good.
We do. ASU is very safe.
We'll get our press box people to maybe install some sound effects.
We need like a boing.
Yeah, that would have been
really
would that be
good.
Offensive to you?
No, that would be great.
That would have been great. Like when you hit the wall, if they would have boinged.
The warm up video, you could put that in there. I have one where I hit the wall in it. You could put that in there.
Make a little soundtrack.
Oh, in the warm up video?
In the video before we go out in the field, the hype video.
Okay. I watch it, but not really.
Is the hype video the one that John made?
Yes.
Which is a great video.
Jonathan Del Rosario.
You have to understand that Coach Brooks sends me some videos sometimes, but it's a cell phone recording of the video. It's like a recording of the recording. And so I think that
That's all I know how to do.
It's like bootleg quality. Somebody's had Garfield's paws in the shot. And so when I'm like, okay, well, that's a cool video, but the quality's terrible. And then at the field the other day, I watched that video, and I was like, this is like, you know, up there with like the Avengers.
This is good.
Like, it's up there, great quality.
Well, speaking of that, and I don't know if we have time for this, but I'll try. So Josh's home run, Jeremy Bryant was good enough to send me his radio call of it. And I thought of this all by myself because I called Manny. It was like, hey, how can we post this, whatever. He's like, you can't really post audio files to the book, the gram,
As a link, yeah, but it's just not aesthetic,
Right.
if you will.
And so I was like, okay. And so I was like, ooh, I can get the video. Okay, so I had the video on one phone, mirroring it to my TV. And then I had I sent the audio file. Y'all push play. And then I had a third phone filming the TV with the sound right by the speaker.
And you can hear the dog shaking in the background.
But here's the deal. I synced up the crack of the bat.
Yeah, you did.
With the crack of the bat.
It was a pretty good sync,
And
but it was like
again, though,
bootleg
but as Garfield, our cat, does make a brief appearance in that. But that's okay. Anyway, but I was so proud that I did that all by myself with the help of my wife, Robin Brooks, who she was the filmer.
Our merch specialist, yeah.
So
Robin
anyway,
Brooks.
all right, it's about that time.
It's that time.
So before we get to that time, 3 o'clock today at Foster Field, 6 p.m. Friday night, 1 p.m. on Saturday, 1 and probably 4:30 will be game times, I would think, on Saturday. Yeah. But for word time, Thomas Kane.
All right.
Are you ready?
Am I ready? Yes, I am.
You want 2 words from me first or 2 words from Manny?
It does not matter. Whichever one.
Okay, I'm going to go home run king, 1 word. And
That makes sense.
champion.
Champion.
Flag and stone.
Okay. I was driving my souped-up Jeep with my best friend, home run king and home run champion, Josh Elvire. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. I was going good. Wait, what was the other?
You got mine in.
Hey.
And then I drove over Stone when I was parking in my parking spot.
That's gonna be I'm gonna tell you where you threw me off, Thomas. You did a lot of words with none of the 4 at the beginning, so I think you messed up there.
Your 4 words attempt. Your 4 words attempt is where
you failed miserably on that goal.
As a faculty member, I would say, Thomas, you might consider retaking my course. That's this type of 4 word scenario.
Oh no!
If the Canes are watching, I'm sorry, but we love him. But
I was trying to incorporate, the Manny Jeep.
I gotta give you an F.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
An F?
That was okay.
I mean, okay, so you gave me a 3 word.
Was that up to you?
No,
was that up to your standards?
No. But you also gave me a 3 word, 1 word.
That's 1 word.
I'm gonna give him
home run king.
I'm gonna give him an I for incomplete.
It's a title.
That's what we do sometimes.
It's a title. It's like president.
Okay.
You have.
Well, I got an A last time. I got an F this time.
At some
solid
point
C.
before,
yeah. We're in the middle.
With incompletes, you have
C's
until
get
the end of
B's.
the semester to.
I do. Okay, I'm going to give you home run king as 1 word a little bit, but based on precedent, that's been done
fair.
before. I'm going to say,
We're going to chalk this up to his hitting of the wall. There are some repercussions. Yeah, at least you caught it.
Caught it.
But
So-
it does compromise your 4 words abilities.
Okay, yeah. I'll just blame it on that.
It was
Hitting the
good,
wall.
though. Anyway, all right.
all right. Thanks for joining us. Hey, see you at the Foster Field at First Community Credit Union Stadium. I think I got it all in.
I think so.
Today, 3 o'clock, Friday and Saturday, 6 p.m. and 1. Go Rams.